Hey everyone, I would like to share a small message on handling money. The way we handle money speaks a lot. It can glorify God. It can be used for furtherance of God's kingdom. Okay, we'll see 1 Timothy 6:10. It says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows." Like money, when we are handling not in the right way, when we are keeping money as the first priority above God, it can become a evil in our lives. Okay, we can become bonded to money, uh, giving it first priority and keeping it ahead of God, and we can go in worldly ways and can get our hearts pierced with the pleasures of the world, and it can bring many sorrows. Matthew 6:19 to 21, it says, "Do not lay up for yourselves treasure on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasure in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." This is a great verse. No, many times we see people increasing their money, increasing their possessions on earth. The more possessions we have, more our heart will be here on our possessions. And these possessions which we will have are temporary. It can be destroyed, it can be stolen. But when we use our money for God's purpose, we can have treasures in heaven, and eternal possessions in heaven, and which cannot be destroyed or stolen. Okay, because and if we store treasures in heaven by giving to God, then our heart will also be in heaven, and our heart will not be clinging or in bondage to the earth. So one advice, a financial advice, which my pastor has shared, is like, when we get our salary or when we get money, the first portion of at least 10% we give it to God as tithe. Then we give offerings to God through the church. Okay, that's the first thing we should do. Second, we need to give our taxes to the government. We are liable to pay taxes, and we need to pay taxes in the true amount. Third, any debts we have, any if we have taken money from someone or some bank, or any EMIs or loans, we have to clear as much as we can. Fourth, then you spend for your essential needs. You pay the bills, you buy your groceries, you pay the rent, uh, and other things. And fifth, if you have money left after all these things, then we need to have a saving, which can be used in future for any emergency purposes, or even for like education or marriage. Okay? So tithe and offering first, taxes to the government second, clearing our debts and EMIs third, spending for our lives essential needs fourth, and then the rest of the money for saving. I think this is a easy way of handling, wise way of handling money in a Christian life. Okay, and John Wesley is a missionary, but he was a wealthy person. He inherited a lot of possessions and money through his parents, and he invested his wealth and multiplied his wealth in those times. But still, just look what he shares. He says a good principle in using money. Okay, he says, "I will invest and earn as much as I can." And then he says, "I will spend only for my essential needs." And third, he says, "I will give all the money rest to further God's kingdom, to help God's kingdom." It is an amazing principle for us to use as well. We can earn and invest as much as we can, and we can spend only for our real essential needs, and we can give what God has blessed us with back to church for furthering God's kingdom. It's an amazing way to handle money. It's a wise way to handle money, and thank God. Praise Jesus.